Previously on Ansel Travel, I did a huge deep dive video and blog about the end of Anaheim Transportation Network, the parent agency for Anaheim Resort Transportation and a few other services. That goes from hotels to train stations to Disneyland. If you're returning from my previous video, welcome back to Ansel Travel, where we explore SoCal by transit, where I'm based here in Anaheim. Anaheim Transportation Network founded in 1995 and commenced service in 2002 with ART Bus. Pretty much, unfortunately, in May of 2025 had a dismal 2026 fiscal year report with a huge budget deficit of $730,000 a month due to labor of being $25 an hour in their very expensive facilities too as well. Especially charging and maintaining those buses are not cheap. They got through grants, so they gotta make sure to use it to the public somehow. How's that going to be done for the end of their system? We'll have to see. Back in 2025, after the fiscal report was out, Anaheim Transportation Network tried to see if City of Anaheim or Anaheim Tourism Improvement District wanted to take over service per se. Especially, however, both of them said no because it costs of all their expenses. It's just too much. The main problem being the Toy Story parking lot shuttles that take so much manpower to do that. Seriously, so many vehicles, like at one point there's like 20 out of 26 vehicles were being used just for the Toy Story shuttle. It was like 9 o'clock, so that kind of makes sense, but still, it's very expensive. So on January 29, 2026, Anaheim Transportation Network Board of Directors vote to end ATM services by the end of March 31st due to high amount of deficit costs that no one could save. This sent everyone reeling about the future of Anaheim Transportation Network and who will take over the system. Which is still, well, at least Disney is planning for their own parking lot shuttles from Toy Story parking lot. The contractor is doing that is still to be announced on there, so yeah, they'll find somebody, I'm sure. But what has been announced so far for March is two things that are kind of certain on there. Well, for the most part, Garden Grove's going to have their own shuttle, that's for sure. And then now is also, that's still kind of murky right now, is what's going to do for Anaheim and Orange. Especially for the OC Register also published on the 13th, same day as Garden Grove published their new shuttle system. OC Register published about how Anaheim Transportation Network is being dismantled for the bus system, the 74 vehicle fleet, and charging stations, and the bus depot and additional bus facilities. With their main yard off of Anaheim Boulevard and the other one off of Cladania Street. So Anaheim Tourism Improvement District, or ATID for short, which collects 2% in the guest room tax rate on there to add on for hotels' bills, is considering purchasing the vehicles with funds from the ATID funds. Assistance with the city of Anaheim there because they're kind of just like a special district board, not like any actual city or company that can actually hold ownership. So for there, you can have like City of Anaheim to purchase on there, especially for the ownership of the land, as they're only 3-person special committee. I don't think that how well it's going to be. I'm sure it will work, but it's kind of a bit interesting how exactly it's going to work, really. For the 74 vehicle bus fleet could also be purchased with potential use as a fleet for other agencies such as OCTA, especially since 74 buses, you don't need that many buses for hotel shuttles, especially it's going to be for multiple cities, multiple hotels at once. So a huge amount of Anaheim Transportation Network's monthly deficit of $730,000 a month was their offices at 1354 South Anaheim Boulevard. That's still currently just need to cover the rest of their loan of $3.4 million, and the bus depot with charging stations at 1213 Cladania Street, which is like about $2.9 million for future transportation projects that ATID is wanting to do. I'm not sure if the city of Orange will have their own shuttle since they only have 4 hotels. Maybe Anaheim could still have service with the Manchester line that they have because it requires like 2 to 3 buses, OC buses to get there. So that's not the most optimal route to really do. But they're mainly for people who are working and visiting hospitals anyway. So yeah. However, one thing that we know for certain is the City of Garden Grove will have their own ATN legacy network, announced on March 13. The city will have their own shuttle services that all along the hotels along Harbor Boulevard from the Hampton Inn to the Great Wolf Lodge. This system will be funded by assessments to hotels and fare box revenue, like how it was with Anaheim Transportation Network. The Garden Grove system is taking over the Grove District 3 and Harbor Line 4, stopping at the Hampton Inn, Embassy Suites, and Hilton Garden Inn. And then it goes down the street to Residence Inn, make a hook around Resort Way for Homewood Suites, Anaheim Marriott Suites, Delta Hotels, and then it goes back on to Harbor Boulevard to Sheraton, and then the Great Wolf Lodge all the way at the end, which is very far removed, and then dashes up Harbor Boulevard to Disneyland. This leaves pretty much that Anaheim and Orange still needs to do their own shuttle thing as well, so we're still planning to do. However, it will still take some time from what it looks like for there. Will it be done by March? Who knows? But for the hotels that already have their own shuttles that are such as like the Hyatt Regency Orange County for $7 fare, or also is included for the Candy Cane Inn Garden Hotel. For that one, they have their shuttle that's included there as well, along Candy Cane Inn. So we'll see how things shake out for there, so especially since it is quite popular content right now, especially if you're here watching from my original video posted just a few days ago. Thank you for coming back and watching. So hopefully this will be more of a recurring video now, since this is very topical right now. So especially everyone's curious of like what is going on with the art bus. We'll have to see. Thank you for watching here on Ansel Travel.
Yeah,